Hi, hello, and welcome to the live stream. Oh my gosh, my hair looks a little crazy today. We'll just fix it. I had it nice and curly, and it has since pretty much all fallen out. So that's where a lot of that went. But welcome to the live stream. My name is Amy Prokopis. I am an indie author of 10 books, and I write paranormal romance and romantasy, always with a little spice. That's a little bit about me. Hop into the comments. Tell me a little bit about you. Are you also an author? Are you an aspiring author or just a reader here to hang out and see what I'm working on? Tonight, I am working on my next book, which is the first in a duology that I am publishing in 2026, which is Taming the Beast. It is the first in the Billionaire Beast of New York duology, and I am super, super excited to continue working on it. It has been kind of a crazy day. I feel like I have been running the last several hours trying to get everything done around the house, get prepped for the week. It's been a little bit wild. I work tomorrow. I am also a therapist, so I see a few clients tomorrow besides my writing routine that I will do. However, my kid, Finn, and my husband are both off from school tomorrow because my husband works in a public school, and of course, Finn attends a public school. So they're going to be off. And so it's a little strange around here because normally the night kind of ends, at least for Finn, by 8 o'clock, and he is still kind of up and running around. So you'll have to forgive me if I have to duck out of here real fast to go and help out with him as needed. So yeah, I need to finish posting to Instagram real quick that we are indeed live. I am so excited. Not gonna lie, I am still getting used to the whole being live thing because we took a little bit of a hiatus for the holidays and we removed this live stream from YouTube and moved it to Patreon a few months back, and it is back. It is now here on YouTube again permanently. I did miss the larger community here and just reaching out to other people here on YouTube, making new connections. So I am excited that it is again back to YouTube. Patreon, my Patreon members are getting a similar but different video, also a returning video. I'm just changing the format of things a little bit so that the live stream stays here on YouTube, and on Patreon, my Patreon members will get the Let's Chat series back, which is where I sat down and talked a bit in depth about bookish things, bookish planning, all of those kinds of details that I, like a while back, was giving more in depth here on Patreon and answering questions. So that is going back to Patreon. I think I may even expand on the Let's Chat video and even include it to be kind of a Q&A series as well. So Patreon members can ask questions and hang out and get feedback, and we can chat. So clearly, as the title says. So things are shifting and moving a little bit here in 2026, but we always keep it real. Just like tonight, the curls have fallen, the hair is a little crazy, and I don't have any makeup on. So it is always an adventure. All right, let me hit post on this to Instagram so people on Instagram can come and join if they would like. Click here to join. And then we are going to gear up for our live stream tonight. So, things you should know about the live stream. We always do 3 writing sprints here, also known as productivity sprints. We will work for 25 minutes, then take a pause in between, chat, talk about things together, and then we will jump into the second sprint, which is also 25 minutes. They are all 3 25-minute intervals that we will be dedicated to our work. For me, I will be writing on Taming the Beast. I have already said that. So let me know what you may be working on. I always like to keep track of my progress between sprints. So speaking of, I'm going to jot it down in my planner tonight. Let me go to that. And I'm just going to make a little note on here of my progress because I have a little section in my planner. So live stream sprint 1. So I am starting the night at 47,407 words. So we will see where I get to at the end of that sprint. And I will continue to track them through the night and then get a nice round total for the whole live stream. So I am going to add that into the chat. So if you've already chatted or haven't yet, leave it in the chat. Tonight, I am drafting Taming the Beast, and I am starting the live stream at 47,407 words. I'm going to hit post. Now, if you're just joining, let me know in the chat what you are working on tonight. I'm very, very excited to see what everybody has going, whether you are just folding laundry or actually drafting something new, or maybe you're just reading a book. Let me know what you'll be working on. I am excited to see. All right. We are going to move into the first of 3 sprints. Let me actually, can I edit that? Sprint 1 of 3. Save. Okay. Sprint 1 of 3. There we go. Don't forget to subscribe down below. I go live every Sunday at 8:30, and I don't want you to miss it. So turn on the notifications. Give it a like to this video. Likes are free. It takes you a second to do it, and it makes a huge difference in the algorithm. So I would greatly appreciate it if you could do that. We are going to put our timer on the clock. Where did it go? There we go. There's our timer. We're going to work for 25 minutes and then we will come back together, chat about things, see how it's going. I may even set another timer because I tend to be long-winded in between things. So let me know what you're working on, where you are starting. I'm sure we will all get a ton done. You would be surprised the amazing things that you can do in just 25 minutes. So tonight we are doing 3 rounds of that. So I cannot even imagine some of the amazing things that you can get accomplished in that time. So 25 minutes on the clock. Here we go. 3, 2, 1, sprint. Oh my gosh, I thought I was going to sneeze for a minute. Okay. First sprint was a slow start. Let's see, I'm at 47,523 words. So I got like 100 words written. So really slow start for me, but that's okay. Hello, good to see you too. Some of you guys that have hopped on here on the live streams, I haven't seen or talked to in a long time. All right. I read the Guardians of the Sixth Gate trilogy at the end of last year. Loved every one of them. Oh, you got the whole trilogy. Really like Tori, but Aunt Becky is my favorite. I love Aunt Becky. She is also one of my favorites. She was a really fun one to write. Especially I think by the end of the series, if you've read it, you kind of know like the progression for her also, because there are things that had changed in her life throughout the trilogy also. I really enjoyed writing her by the end of that series. It was a lot of fun. So thank you for reading. I appreciate it. Hopefully all of you guys were able to get a little bit more written than I did in that sprint, or a little bit more accomplished. There are a lot of things I still need to wrap up tonight. I'm trying not to like dwell on that too much because it was kind of affecting my progress as we got started. So I'm trying to be nice to myself. We'll put it that way. That is something I am really working in 2026 to do, is to slow down, try to work smarter, not harder. So I spent a lot of 2025 doing a ton of like SEO, trying to get used to researching social media marketing, learning the platforms that I choose to be on, why I choose to be on those. And I've also shifted my personal time and things. So I'm actually on social media less than what I am used to. I know it's crazy to say that because it seems like I'm on social media a lot, and I am, but I have like tunnel vision myself, and I'm only focusing on work related things when I get on social media. So I'm checking for engagement. I want to respond to comments, engage with my community, and not just doom scroll, especially now, because the world is wild at this time. And yeah, so I'm trying to slow my life down a lot. And I just keep asking myself, is this time that I could be reading a book instead of whatever I'm doing, which is usually doom scrolling, or I don't know, doing other mindless tasks that really don't get me anywhere, just things to keep me busy. Um, is this something that I could be a time that I could be reading or doing something for myself, not just to get myself forward in work or anything, just for enjoyment? And usually the answer is yes. And so I've been giving into that, and I am super happy about it because I've already read a book. I'm almost through another. I'm having a really good time returning to reading. I forget how much of a difference it makes. I am also making a return to running. I used to be a distance runner. For those of you who haven't been around super long, I used to run half marathons. That's primarily what I would run. And I was in the middle of marathon training. I was up to 16-mile long runs when I found out that I was pregnant with my son, who is now almost 6. And it has been almost 6 years of me being very inconsistent about it. And I would like to make it another, like make it more of an outlet for me, not even to be competitive about it like I used to, but just to use it for some stress relief and something to do for myself. So 2026 is all about taking care of my mind and body and like wellness things. And I talk about that a little bit actually in the Wednesday video that went live today. And I talk about it a ton more even in this week's vlog because I started to do a lot of that. So it has been fun. I completely lost track of what we were even talking about, but it's been nice. I was cooking during that sprint. Now I am eating. That's what I used to do during other YouTubers' live streams. I don't know if you guys have noticed this, or maybe it's just some of the YouTubers that I follow, but a lot of the authors I used to follow online who did weekly writing sprints are no longer doing those or don't do them super often, like they used to anyway. And I don't really know why that has suddenly shifted, but I felt like all of them sort of stopped at the same time, which is strange. I don't really know why that potentially could have been. I don't know, but I don't feel like people are doing them like they used to. I feel like live streams are not like events the way that they used to be. And I don't know. I always really enjoyed them. It helps me stay on track for the week. It's a really great time for me to just plan the week and be intentional. And it is dedicated writing time, which is something I'm trying to get really good at, especially this year. I want to do a better job of sticking to a writing schedule. What I've learned through these live streams also is that these like productivity sprints are amazing for me. I am always surprised at how much I can get done on any task in a very short amount of time when I dedicate focus and attention. And it is so much easier to manage the stress of stuff when you frame something with the mindset of I can do a lot in XYZ amount of time. That's actually something I've brought into therapy for some of my clients occasionally is this method, like set yourself a timer. You'd be surprised what you can accomplish in that amount of time. And it's always funny because just about every time I have had a friend, a client, anyone I've recommended this to, they all say that they end up coming out feeling better because they did more than they thought. And that's usually the case for me too. When you really dedicate your mind to something, you always will surprise yourself, I think. I follow several people that are in the heart breathing sprint community. They're on all the time. See, I need to get into that group, the sprinting group specifically, and see when those people go live because I know that there is a sprint, somebody doing live writing sprints just about all of the time, especially in the evenings, or so I have read online in that community. But I'm not very involved in Facebook. And so it has to be kind of a conscious effort on my part to go and check some of those Facebook groups, like the Heart Breathings community that I am a part of. For those of you who are tuning in or don't know, Heart Breathings is a YouTube channel here on YouTube, along with a lot of other things. It is in a whole business, I would say. And it is run by the author Sarah Cannon, who has a ton of books behind her. And she is probably, besides her books, most notably known as the author who does the, oh my gosh, why am I just completely blanked? What was I even talking about? She does a ton of, that's what it is. She does a ton of courses, but the course she is most known for is the Publish and Thrive course, which actually just opened for enrollment. I am an affiliate this year, which was exciting. When I was sent the link, she sent all of us a personalized link. I will try to add it. I will go over to YouTube here and I'll try to add it into the comment section. Maybe I will also add it here, but I have a referral link if you are interested for that course. It is amazing. I was a little on the fence about signing up because the year I looked at signing up and I actually got the enrollment date, I already had I think I was at like about 4 books behind me. And so I was a little on the fence about it because it seemed like so much of it was for people just starting out. And that is absolutely not true. You can jump in no matter how many books you have published and learn so much, whether that's from her teaching in her course, because there is so much in depth and she's constantly updating it, or just bouncing ideas off of other people in the community that she has built, because you do get lifetime access to that specific course community, and people are very active there and very willing to give you feedback on things. It is amazing. Just the community alone made the entire experience worth it to me. So if you are thinking about taking the course, or maybe you are just feel like you're struggling to find like actionable steps moving towards more success as an indie author, because it can be really difficult to know if you're even on the right path, because so much of the time we're making the path for ourselves. This course is amazing. So yeah, I need to look into the Heart Breathings community though, to see when those people go live, because I'm sure that there are other live streams that I could join throughout the week, just to break up time and do sprints more often that are not just me in my little author space hitting a timer all the time. So, okay, we've been chatting a little while. I think it would be a good time for us to move into the next sprint. I'm going to fix my ticker here. Sprint 2 of 3. Alrighty. Sprint 2 of 3. Don't forget to hit the like button below. I think I already said it tonight, but likes are free and they take you a second, just like sharing somebody's book online takes a second. So I highly encourage you to do that, not just here on this video, but maybe hop over to social media when we wrap up and go share your favorite book online. Tag your author friends, tag your favorite author in it, and it goes a long, long way, and it is completely free. So that is that. We will queue up our next, whoops, here we go. Queue up the timer over here. So sprint 2 of 3, 25 minutes on the clock. Here we go. I am starting at 47,523 words. Here's to hoping I can get more than 100 words in this sprint. Here we go. 3, 2, 1, sprint. Okay, I got a little bit more done in that second sprint. I'm in the middle of a scene where I actually had to hit pause. I needed to be a little bit more careful about some of the things the characters are saying and talking about because I need the motivation to be there. And I also needed to set up um, another scene a little bit later to make it seem more important. And so I've been moving a little slower through tonight's scene. Honestly, I am 47,906 words into Taming the Beast. So I wrote more than 100 words this time, but I did not get super far. So I'm okay with it. We are getting things done. That's really all that matters. And we're making progress. So that's okay. Hopefully, you guys are getting a lot done also. Yes, woo! We got to celebrate all of our wins. Growth, no matter how small, is still growth. Progress is progress. Yes, one step closer to the goal. Absolutely. My goal is to finish writing or drafting Taming the Beast at the end of this month. It's doable. I definitely think it means I need to put in a little bit more consistent work. But it's definitely something that I can achieve. I can do it. But I need to sit down and really continue pushing myself because there's not that much left to the month. There's only a couple more weeks. So I still have a lot to go. So we'll see. I am also, like I said, a little bit more focused this year on taking care of myself, not overloading myself, being realistic and still taking time for myself and not sacrificing wellness and self-care just for the sake of progress. Because if you do that forever and ever and ever, you eventually burn out. And I don't want to do that. Plus, the way I am publishing this year and the books I am publishing, I don't have a release until the summertime and it's later in the summertime. So I have a bit more time to spread things out. I actually, the way I have things scheduled, will actually be sitting on the finished drafts of both books in this duology for a little bit before they ever publish, since I am rapid releasing them. So I have a little bit of buffer room. I always have buffer room, but I have a little more than sometimes I do with these books. But I would really like, while I don't have as many deadlines and stuff right now, I would love to go ahead and just push myself a little bit to try and finish. All right. Head out for the night. Yes, thanks for joining. I'm glad you were able to come. Hopefully, it is a great week for you. Thank you for hanging out. Yeah. I love kicking off the week with these live streams. It really just sets the tone for the week to me, which is very progress focused. Oh, I love it. All right. So I don't have really any updates. Since we're going back to the old format, things in between our sprints are a little more casual. Before, when I had adjusted the way that this flows for Patreon, each break was dedicated to book updates and other details that will now be put in the chatty videos there on Patreon, the chatty Q&As. So I don't really have a whole lot more to share, just that I am enjoying my downtime and protecting that, which is something I wasn't doing before. And I am also protecting my writing time for similar reasons, actually, because when I have protected writing time, I get more accomplished. And then I also have more downtime for myself. So I'm trying to move my writing life into more of a normalized job schedule, meaning I'm trying to give myself time off that actually makes sense and feel better about saying this is good enough for today, even if it's not everything completely finished the way I would like it to be. Like today, I'm a little behind on book marketing, but I had to remind myself that it is a weekend, it is a Sunday, and you are working on things on Sunday, if you don't manage to do all of your marketing posts like you intend, it's okay. You have done a few. I have posted and done some of my marketing today. It's not like I have done absolutely nothing, but normally I work all the time and I don't want to be like that all the time, especially now that my son's getting older. I don't want him to think of his parents as want him to think of his parents as people who work really hard and go after the things that they want and bring them a lot of joy. But I also don't want him to think of us as people who are always on call, especially when it comes to the time off that should be dedicated to him and quality time. So I am trying to get myself on a more normal schedule and plan more in advance, which is why I brought a new series to YouTube, which is the Plan My Marketing with Me. I'm trying to do a better job of not only like gathering SEO information and really like being intentional and strategic about my individual posts on all of my platforms, but I'm also in some ways holding myself accountable to actually sitting down and planning out in advance again. I used to be really good at scheduling out marketing material, and now since so much of my marketing is done in short form video, and a lot of times I am filming short form video the day of as it goes up. A lot of my marketing is planned not even like a week out. I'm doing a lot of stuff week of, pivoting on the fly, which is kind of the way social media works. It's always adjusting and changing, but there are definitely platforms and aspects of my social media marketing where I can plan more in advance and definitely batch create certain aspects of my content. And that takes hours every month off my plate. So I'm trying to just dedicate myself to planning ahead for that because I do think it saves me ton, a ton of time. So yeah, that video is live here on YouTube. Sorry for the yawn. Oh my gosh, I'm a little bit tired today. Um, I think now is a good time to move into the last sprint of the night. We have one final 25-minute sprint in the schedule, and then we will wrap up for the night. All right, 25 minutes on the clock. I will see you then. 3, 2, 1, sprint. Okay, I thought I unmuted myself. I'm sorry. So, last sprint, I still did not get a whole lot done. I am now at 48,217 words, which is not a lot. I have not words. Let me just calculate what that is for the night. Normally, I calculate per sprint how much I've been able to accomplish per sprint, but I did not do that because I set my phone aside and I kind of forgot that I even did that. Okay, I wrote 810 words during the entire live stream, which is really low for a normal live stream for me. But I, like I said earlier, after the second sprint, was being very careful with what I was writing because this scene is one where what my characters say, the way they interact, really needs to matter for some of the other scenes to have the impact I need them to. And also, I worked out a detail that clicks into place the rest of the book, the entire rest of the book's plot. I knew how the plot was going to go, but this strengthened it a lot. It's like, I don't even know. It just made it all come together so nicely. So I'm super excited. It means I think that, especially tomorrow, moving into writing sprints or just working tomorrow morning, I should be able to get very far in the morning. So that's exciting. I am going to wrap up just a little bit more. So I'm going to write just a tad more after this, just to fully get my thoughts. And I kind of want to finish this part of the scene, and I'm really close to finishing it. So I will do that before I officially turn in for the night. But it is getting quite late. And I also have work in the morning. So thank you guys for hanging out with me. Thank you guys so much for coming and joining the live stream. I always appreciate it. I am so excited about this duology. I think you guys are going to love it. I'm really excited to try out a rapid release strategy. That is something I've never done before, but I'm looking forward to that also to see how that works for me, and looking forward to slowing things down in 2026 and reading more and just enjoying more of my time. So thank you guys so much. I hope you all have a great week. Make sure to like and subscribe so you don't miss next week's live stream. I'm going to try and schedule that before I turn in for the night as well. So we'll schedule next week's live stream. And yeah, all my social media is down below. And thank you guys. Read books, be kind, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.